Yo, 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 the internet is straight up on fire right now. Fans are in complete shock. Social media's blowing up like a powder keg ready to blow. If you thought the Von Durk saga was over, nah, it's just getting uglier, messier, and way more explosive than anyone imagined. Last night, some leaked messages allegedly reveal King Von's final words. And guess whose name is at the center of the storm? You already know, Lil Durk. But here's the kicker. The words aren't just sad or cryptic. They're chilling, borderline betrayal level. And they've got the internet going crazy with theories and straight-up rage. People are asking, was Lil Durk really there for Von? Or was there something deeper, darker going on behind the scenes? The family's allegedly torn apart. Old friendships are crumbling. And fans are caught in the middle of a drama so thick, you'd think you're watching the wildest reality show ever. Hold up. Because trust me, you don't want to blink for a second, or you'll miss the crazy twists coming. Keep watching if you want to hear every juicy detail, the social media chaos, the family drama, the shocking accusations, and yeah, some stuff even the biggest insiders aren't ready to say out loud. So here's the thing, this whole King Von and Lil Durk situation, it's way messier than anyone expected. What started as a tragic loss quickly turned into one of the wildest, most savage drama storms in recent rap history. Rumors spiraled out of control like wildfire, and emotions ran so high, the whole internet felt like it was about to explode. Fans everywhere were left shook. But what nobody was ready for was the chilling last words of King Von that literally sent Lil Durk's name up in flames. And trust me, the streets have been talking non-stop. It all started right after Von's death. The community was mourning, but also buzzing with questions. Why was Von really there that night? Who was with him? And more importantly, what did he say before it all went down? Word on the street was that Von left a message that hinted at betrayal, and it had everyone looking sideways at Lil Durk. This wasn't just some innocent fallout. It was the kind of drama that splits families, breaks friendships, and turns entire crews against each other. And guess what? It went from a quiet whisper into a full-blown, no-holds-barred social media war. People close to Von started leaking bits and pieces, and one thing kept coming up again and again. Von's last words, the ones he said in his final moments. Sources say he shouted, "Durk, why you do me like this?" over and over, like he couldn't believe the man he called brother had somehow set him up. You can imagine the chaos when this hit Twitter, Instagram, and all the fan forums. Hashtags like Durk did it and Von betrayed trended in a flash, with thousands of fans pouring in their anger, disbelief, and sadness. The comment sections, straight-up battlegrounds. Stans were throwing shade, calling out alleged insiders, and stirring the pot even more. No one was safe from the drama. But what really pushed this story over the edge was a leaked voice note. Yes, a voice note, something Von supposedly recorded days before his death, sounding rattled but determined. In it, Von was heard talking about watching my back, keeping an eye on the ones closest, and dropping subtle hints that someone in his circle was playing a dangerous game. He never named names, but the energy was unmistakable. Fans pieced it together immediately. Von was talking about Durk, the man who was supposed to have his back through thick and thin. The betrayal felt personal, deep, and downright brutal. Meanwhile, Durk stayed silent for days, fueling even more speculation. His camp tried to calm things down with vague statements about loyalty and family, but nothing concrete. And that silence, it made things worse. People started digging into Durk's recent moves, his social media activity, the people he was hanging with, even his text messages that somehow leaked. The picture painted wasn't pretty. Some clips showed Durk laughing and partying just days after Von's death, which fans took as cold-hearted and disrespectful. Others pointed to secret meetings and late-night calls that raised even more questions about what really went down behind the scenes. But here's where it gets even juicier. As the family was left divided, a new player entered the scene, a mysterious figure known only as Ghost. Nobody knew who Ghost was for sure, but this person started dropping anonymous tips and screenshots all over the internet, claiming they had inside info on the feud. Ghost alleged that there was a secret deal gone wrong, some kind of money or street business that turned brothers into enemies overnight. Ghost even hinted that Durk was involved in setting Von up to save himself. Naturally, this sent the drama into overdrive. Fans were losing their minds trying to figure out if Ghost was a real insider or just a troll trying to stir the pot. Social media exploded with theories, memes, and heated debates. Some stans even accused Durk of faking grief for clout, while others warned not to believe everything they read online. The comment sections became a wild mix of support, hate, and desperation for the truth. The line between fact and fiction blurred so much that even some industry insiders were caught in the crossfire, forced to pick sides or risk getting cancelled by fans. It wasn't just a story anymore, it was a full-blown culture war. Then came the unexpected twist that nobody saw coming. A supposed leaked text conversation between Von and Durk surfaced online, showing a heated argument just hours before the shooting. In the messages, Von was accusing Durk of switching up and calling him out for being fake. Durk responded coldly, saying things like, "You're paranoid," and "Stop playing victim." The intensity of those texts painted a picture of a friendship falling apart fast, and it added fuel to the fire. Fans couldn't believe this was happening between two people they once believed were inseparable. But it wasn't just the texts that raised eyebrows. Insiders revealed that Von's crew was also divided, with some loyal to Von, and others allegedly siding with Durk behind the scenes. The whole situation became a powder keg of jealousy, mistrust, and old wounds reopening. The family drama was spilling onto the streets and online simultaneously. Some said Von's death was the breaking point, but others believed it was just the beginning of a long, ugly fallout. Throughout all this, emotions ran high. Friends of Von posted emotional tributes that doubled as subtle jabs at Durk, and Durk's camp fired back with cryptic posts about loyalty and real ones. Every move was dissected, every word analysed. This wasn't just gossip. It was a full-blown saga unfolding live. And you better believe the haters were having a field day, throwing shade and conspiracy theories like confetti. The craziest part, rumours that the police were investigating Durk as a possible suspect leaked to some bloggers, sending shockwaves through the community. While no official charges or statements were made, that nugget of info kept the drama alive and buzzing. People were wondering if Durk was truly involved, or if it was just another smear campaign. The whole thing felt like a never-ending episode of a gritty reality TV show, where the lines between loyalty and betrayal kept shifting. And just when it looked like things couldn't get any crazier, a surprise collaboration dropped. Durk released a track featuring an artist closely associated with Von, and the lyrics, pure fire, but also filled with cryptic references to fake friends and watching your back. Fans went wild trying to decode whether Durk was addressing the situation or just keeping it vague. Some called it a peace offering, others called it a low-key diss. The drama was far from over. It was evolving into something even bigger and messier. So here we are, King Von's chilling last words. The leaked voice notes, secret messages, anonymous ghost tips, and public shade throwing all mixing into this giant drama stew. The internet's still on fire, the family's still divided, and the fans, they're more hooked than ever, hungry for answers, and ready to throw down in the comment sections. But here's the cliffhanger. The real story behind Von and Durk's fallout is still hiding in the shadows, waiting to be uncovered. And trust me, you do not want to miss what comes next. Just when everybody thought the King Von and Lil Durk saga couldn't get any darker, the plot twisted again like a street thriller no one saw coming. The leaked texts, the ghost rumors, the social media explosions, all that was just the surface. Beneath it all, the family was but it didn't stop there. Whispers started circulating about a hidden feud no one knew about. Something between Durk's camp and Von's crew involving old debts, disrespect, and even threats that went far beyond music beef. A source claiming to be a mutual friend dropped some heavy dirt. Durk was feeling the pressure. Von was getting too close to some people Durk didn't trust, and things got ugly. Durk felt like he had to cut ties, but Von, he wasn't having it. They were on a collision course. Emotions ran so high you could cut the tension with a knife. Then came the jaw-dropper. A video leaked, showing a heated confrontation between Durk and Von, just days before the shooting. In the clip, Von's voice is shaking with frustration as he yells, "You used to be my brother, Durk. Now you ain't nothing but a backstabber." Durk, cool as ever, fires back, "Stop playing victim, Von. You're paranoid, and it's tearing everything apart." The rawness in that moment was undeniable. Fans were left stunned, replaying the video over and over, trying to figure out how things got so personal and nasty so fast. This confrontation wasn't just about music or money. It was deeper, darker, and way more complicated. Insiders started leaking stories about trust issues, jealousy, and old grudges from the days when both rappers were grinding on Chicago's streets before fame. Some said Durk felt overshadowed by Von's rising star, while others argued Von felt abandoned when things got tough. The family was left divided, some backing Von's side, others staying loyal to Durk. It was like a slow-motion train wreck nobody could stop. And as the emotional war raged on, social media became the battleground for every rumor, accusation, and fight. The comment sections exploded with fans calling out Durk, defending Von, or just trying to make sense of the chaos. Hashtags like "Channel Von Forever" and "Durk Exposed" battled head-to-head on Twitter trends, with influencers and bloggers jumping in to throw fuel on the fire. Some posted leaked DMs, others dropped cryptic hints about upcoming revelations. The energy online was toxic, raw, and addictively dramatic. Durk finally broke his silence, not with words, but with a series of late-night Instagram stories showing him with close friends, smiling but noticeably tense. In one video, he whispered, "Loyalty's everything, but sometimes people make choices you don't understand." Fans read between the lines, interpreting it as a subtle clap back at Von's camp. The vibe was cold, distant, and full of unspoken accusations. The streets caught onto it immediately, and the buzz intensified. Then came a bombshell that nobody expected. Von's alleged girlfriend spoke out. In a tearful video posted on her page, she claimed, "Von was scared. He told me Durk wasn't who I thought he was. There was talk behind closed doors, stuff that nobody wanted to hear." Her words set off a wildfire of speculation. Was this a cry for help? A desperate attempt to set the record straight? Or just another layer of the ongoing war? Fans couldn't get enough, dissecting every word, every tone. But here's where things get even crazier. The mysterious Ghost returned with more secrets. This time, Ghost claimed to have screenshots of a private chat between Durk and some unknown associates, discussing plans that could have put Von in danger. The screenshots were raw, full of street slang and coded messages hinting at betrayal and survival. The internet exploded, fans demanding answers. The hashtag Ghost Secrets trending worldwide. Some doubted the leaks, calling them fake or staged. But the damage was done. The seed of suspicion was planted deep in everyone's minds. Amidst all the chaos, a new controversy blew up around Durk's recent music video. Fans noticed subtle but clear shots that seemed like low-key disses aimed at Von's memory. Lyrics about fake friends, loyalty tested, and snakes in the grass. Conspiracy theorists claimed Durk was sending a message to Von's camp, turning the public feud into art. Others defended Durk, saying it was just music, nothing personal. Either way, the streets weren't buying it. They saw the video as another chapter in the unfolding drama. And then, in a move that shocked the entire community, Durk's manager posted a cryptic tweet. "Sometimes the truth ain't for everyone. Stay tuned." Naturally, the internet lost it. Fans speculated this meant more dirt was coming out. Maybe even a full confession, or a new track revealing all the secrets. The anticipation was insane. Everyone was on edge, waiting for the next bombshell to drop. As this drama storm raged on, some voices tried to call for peace, urging the families and fans to stop the madness. But with emotions running high, those calls mostly fell on deaf ears. The pain of Von's death combined with the betrayal accusations made the whole scene too raw, too personal. The divide was deep, and the aftermath of Von's last words was fracturing the community in ways no one could have imagined. And just when it seemed like things might cool down, the street rumors took a dangerous turn. Whispers started about retaliation plans, street beef spilling beyond music, and potential violence erupting between the crews. Insiders warned that this wasn't just rap beef anymore. It was becoming a life or death situation. Social media posts hinting at no more talking and actions speaking louder added fuel to the fire. Fans were scared, but glued to every update, caught between fascination and fear. So here's where we stand. Von's chilling last words echoed across the internet, sending Lil Durk's name up in flames, fracturing family ties, and igniting a social media war unlike any other. The leaked conversations, mysterious ghost tips, emotional outbursts, and cryptic music videos all paint a picture of a feud so deep, so tangled. It's hard to tell who's the real victim and who's the villain. But one thing's for sure, the fallout is just beginning, and the streets are watching closely, and trust me, you won't believe what the next chapter has in store. Right after the whole ghost leak shook the internet, and the streets were buzzing with rumors about secret plans and betrayals, the drama took a new, darker turn. This wasn't just about music or social media anymore. It was starting to feel like a full-blown gang war with emotional explosions and unexpected twists that no one saw coming. So here's the deal. Some insiders close to Von's crew started revealing things that weren't public before. Apparently, there was a growing distrust toward Durk that went way beyond petty beef. People close to Von believed Durk was playing both sides, one source said. Like he was trying to save face with Von's crew but also keep his own circle happy. That kind of double cross that breaks bonds you can't fix. Emotions ran high when this info leaked. Fans felt like they were watching a movie unfold, but this was real life, with real consequences. And it wasn't just whispers anymore. More footage surfaced showing members of Von's team openly confronting people suspected to be working with Durk. In one video, a tense conversation escalated quickly, with one crew member shouting, "How you gonna snitch on your own people? We trusted you." The confrontation ended with threats and shattered friendships. It was clear the family was left divided like never before. Then, out of nowhere, Durk dropped a surprise interview with a popular urban podcast. Instead of clearing the air, his words added fuel to the fire. When asked about Von's death and the rumors of betrayal, Durk's voice was cold and calculated. "Look, it's a crazy world. Loyalty means everything, but sometimes you find out who's really real when it's too late. I ain't here to throw anyone under the bus, but truth has a way of coming out." Fans exploded at the vague statement. Was Durk confessing or just playing the victim? The emotional war was far from over. Around the same time, Von's family started speaking publicly too, adding more fuel to the fire. Von's brother said in an interview, "I don't believe in coincidences. My brother didn't just die. He was set up, and whoever's responsible, we're coming for them." The raw pain in his voice hit deep, and fans felt the intensity of that promise. The family's grief was turning into a quest for justice, but some feared it was also pushing things toward dangerous retaliation. On the internet, the comment wars reached a fever pitch. Every post about Durk or Von was flooded with heated debates. Fans threw accusations, insults, and conspiracy theories like there was no tomorrow. The online fights weren't just about music anymore. They were personal. Some influencers jumped into the chaos, some to calm the waters, others to stir them up even more. It was the perfect storm of raw street energy, celebrity drama, and fan obsession. And as if that wasn't enough, more leaked messages popped up, this time involving Von's last hours. One message, supposedly from Von's phone, said, "Can't trust no one, even the ones who say they got your back." That message alone had the internet guessing. Was Von truly alone in his final moments, or was there a bigger plan behind what happened? People were desperate to connect the dots, but the puzzle kept changing shape. Meanwhile, the mystery around Ghost deepened. Some fans tried to track Ghost down, but no one could find the real identity. Some said Ghost was a close insider wanting to expose the truth. Others thought Ghost was just a troll taking advantage of the chaos. Either way, Ghost kept dropping cryptic hints that the real story ain't what you think, and there's a power play behind the scenes. Every post Ghost made sent fans into a frenzy, searching for clues and debating what was real. And then, just when everyone thought things were bad enough, another shocking revelation came from an unexpected source, Von's former manager. In a surprise statement, the manager claimed that Von had been planning to leave Durk's label before his death, frustrated with how things were handled. Apparently, Von wanted to build his own brand and crew, but that plan didn't sit well with some people. That nugget had the streets buzzing. Was Von's death linked to this split? Fans had a field day speculating on power struggles and jealousies behind the scenes. To make things worse, Durk's recent moves only fueled the fire. After the interview and the leaked messages, Durk posted an ambiguous song snippet online with lyrics like "Fake love is the deadliest" and "Watch your back." Even when you trust, fans lost it, calling it a direct shot at Von and his crew. Some saw it as a diss track in disguise. Others thought it was Durk venting his own pain. Either way, it was clear the tension was reaching a breaking point. And while all this went down, social media was alive 24/7 with fan reactions. The comment sections on every Durk and Von related post were packed with everything from tears and prayers to wild accusations and threats. It was a toxic mix of love and hate, and the mood online was dark and addictive. The drama was no longer just news. It was the biggest ongoing saga in the rap world right now. But here's the craziest part. The street rumors about retaliation and violence didn't die down. In fact, Insiders said there were talks of moves being made behind the scenes, crews gearing up for conflict, and old alliances being tested. Some fans feared this was spiraling towards something tragic, with real lives on the line beyond the music. The vibe was tense, and everyone was waiting for the next move. Yet amidst all this chaos, there were moments of hope too. Some voices from the community called for peace, reminding everyone that Von's legacy should be about unity, not more division. But with the family divided, the streets heated, and the internet buzzing with drama, that hope felt fragile. So here we are, caught in the middle of a war that's part music beef, part family feud, and all heartbreak. King Von's chilling last words still echo in the air. Lil Durk's name burned across social media, and the streets are watching every move like it's the last episode of a crime drama. The story's far from over. If anything, the worst might be yet to come. As the drama around King Von and Lil Durk kept spiraling, the lines between friends, family, and foes blurred beyond recognition. What started as heartbreak turned into a powder keg of suspicion, betrayal, and street politics that nobody could escape. Emotions ran higher than ever, and the fallout was bigger than anyone imagined. The leaked texts, the ghost's cryptic drops, the heated confrontations, all of it was pushing the family to the edge. Insiders revealed the heartbreaking reality. Some of Von's closest people felt abandoned by Durk. Others still wanted to believe in loyalty, but trust was shattered. The family was left divided and raw, with every new rumor slicing deeper. And then came the moment everyone was waiting for. Durk finally responded publicly in a way no one expected. In a surprise track dropped out of nowhere, Durk laid down bars that felt like a confession wrapped in coded pain. He rapped about loyalty tested, the weight of loss, and watching snakes in the grass. Fans went crazy trying to decode every line, some calling it an apology, others a cold diss. The streets lit up with debates and theories, and the hashtag #Durkstruth started trending hard. But the real shocker wasn't just the music, it was the response from Von's camp. Instead of firing back, Von's brother and close friends posted videos calling for unity and peace. The tone shifted for a moment from revenge to reconciliation. "This ain't about beef anymore," one said, voice heavy with emotion. "It's about honoring Von's legacy and keeping the peace." Fans caught their breath. Was this the turning point? Yet beneath that fragile hope, tensions simmered. Rumors about retaliation didn't disappear. Sources close to the scene said there were still talks about settling scores the hard way, and some feared the feud might spark more violence on the streets. Social media remained a war zone, with fans split between wanting peace and demanding justice. Amidst the chaos, new revelations surfaced that added layers to the story. A leaked call between Durk and an unknown associate hinted at a bigger power play involving label politics and street alliances. It wasn't just about personal betrayal anymore. It was about control, money, and survival in the rap game's toughest battles. Fans were stunned. The drama had outgrown the personal. It was now an empire war. And then, just when things felt like they might spiral out of control, a surprising alliance formed. Some of Von's crew and Durk's closest allies were spotted together in a rare public appearance, hinting at possible peace talks. Fans went wild with speculation. Was the feud finally cooling down, or was this just another move in a complex chess game? The emotional rollercoaster had everyone hooked. The streets were watching every move. The internet was buzzing non-stop, and the legacy of King Von was tangled up in a saga that felt too real, too raw. The drama had everything: betrayal, heartbreak, loyalty, and survival. It was the kind of story that defines a generation and shakes the rap world to its core. But the biggest question still hung in the air. Will this feud destroy careers for good? Or can these two figures rise above the chaos and rebuild what was broken? The answers are still out there, waiting to be uncovered. One thing's for sure. The story of King Von's last words, Lil Durk's name in flames, and the explosive fallout is far from over. The internet is still watching, fans are still reacting, and the drama, it's just getting started. So there you have it, fam, the insane saga of King Von's chilling last words, and Lil Durk's name going up in flames. We've seen raw emotions, family divided, leaked secrets, street rumors, and social media wars that have the whole rap world shook. This drama has everything you want: betrayal, heartbreak, shocking reveals, and a feud that feels way bigger than music alone. But what do you think really happened behind the scenes? Was this all just tragic fate? Or is there more dirt waiting to come out? Will this beef end careers? Or can these two rise above the chaos and find peace? The streets are watching, and so are we. Drop your thoughts down below. I want to hear what you really think. Smash that like button if you're hooked on this story and want more exclusive rap drama just like this. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on this explosive feud and all the hottest rap news coming your way. This story is far from over, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's next. Stay tuned, stay loud, and keep it locked right here. Peace. And keep it locked right here. Peace.